DOS protection. Okay, DOS protection. Okay, so guys, what is DOS protection? What is DOS? DOS means denial of service. Denial of service. It means, what is the meaning of denial of service? This is some kind of server. Okay, this is a server. We will see the example, but let's see. This is server, and this is you. You want to access this server. You are a legitimate guy. You are a legitimate guy, not a hacker. You are a legitimate guy. You want to access this server. Okay, but due to any means, okay, you're trying to get access, but actually it is not happening due to any means. I don't know the reason. Due to any reason, it is not happening. You are not able to get the access of this server due to any means. Okay, it means it's kind of a denial of service. You are not able to access the service. Okay, so it is a denial. Okay, denial of service means you are trying to get access of the server, but it's not happening due to any reason, any wrong reason. Could be it's compromised by a hacker, could be something, viruses are there, could be some worms are there which is not allowed you. Okay, due to any reason. Okay, so you're not able to log in or access of the server. That's kind of stuff called denial of service. Okay, so the thing is, this is denial of service. There is one more thing, DDoS. Okay, what is DDoS, guys? I think I've explained earlier. Distributed denial of service. Okay, distributed means what? So just like I want to so suppose this is internet and this is router. There's a no firewall, could be, let it be. So in this router there are multiple PC connected. Okay guys, multiple PC connected in a LAN. This is LAN segment. Okay, PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4. Okay, this is your PC. Okay, this is a legitimate user. Okay, user 1. So suppose this user want to access PC1. Suppose, so he tried to access, but due to any reason he is not able to access. Could be it's compromised, could be some viruses, worms, whatever the reason. This is on, actually this server is on running, this server is running, but due to any means you are not able to log in or you are not able to access this server. So that is called, if your one device is affected, by denial of service, it's called DOS attack. Fine guys. Okay, but if your multiple PCs, multiple server are affected, if your multiple server are affected by DOS attack, that is called, it means this is distributed. Distributed means what? It is distributed in multiple segment or multiple server. So that kind of attack is called DDoS attack. Okay, so now we know the difference between DOS and DDoS, right? Okay, let's see one example of DOS attack. Okay, so this is my firewall, any firewall. Okay, this is my firewall. So let's see the one example of DOS attack. So the name of this attack is TCP SYN flood attack. What is TCP SYN flood attack, guys? We know that my firewall has a limitation of the session, right? So like suppose this firewall has a limitation of session, like it can support like 1 lakh session, 1 lakh session per second. Okay, it can maximum session, it can support 1 lakh session, maximum session. Okay, so what would happen? There is a one hacker cam. This is a hacker PC. TCP three-way handshake. What does it mean, guys? Let me explain again. So it means PC1 and PC2. First consider PC1 and PC2. Whenever if any kind of TCP packet initiating from PC1 to PC2, from anyone to anyone. So I suppose this is initiator, and this one is responder. Okay, this one is PC2 is a responder. Okay. So like PC1 want to initiate some packet. So before sending any TCP packet, they will do a TCP three-way handshake. So PC1 will send a SYN packet. Okay, SYN packet. Okay, it send a SYN packet. So what happened when PC1 send a SYN packet, then PC2 will reply to SYN ACK. SYN plus ACK. ACK means what? Acknowledgement. SYN means what? Synchronized packet. So SYN plus ACK. And then PC1 will reply to third packet ACK. Like not final ACK. Okay, it's kind of acknowledgement. Okay, just like I'm saying hi, this PC1 say hi, then he will reply to his hi again, then he will reply again, okay, thank you for reply to my message. So this is a ACK, not final ACK I'm saying. Okay, final acknowledgement means once they are closing the terminating the connection. We know that the TCP flags, there are lots of TCP flags. So what would happen? For initiating any connection, they will send a TCP three-way handshake. SYN packet, okay, then SYN ACK is the second, and third is acknowledgement. Once this three-way handshake done, then they will send a full packet. Okay, they will start sending a packet. Okay, once all packet would send by the initiator, then initiator send a final ACK, FIN ACK. It means that this PC will understand that that all the packet are successfully transferred, then they will terminate the connection. Whatever the connection between them was there, they will terminate the connection. Okay, so that's the way actually. Go and learn the TCP flag, you will get all the details. Okay, in between push, urgent, those are the other things. Okay, but that's how actually. So this is three-way handshake: SYN packet, SYN ACK, and the final ACK. This is a ACK. This is a three packet. Always, whenever of any TCP connection going to be there, this three packet would be sent first. Okay, so they will build a communication between this. Once the communication is established, then the packet will be start sending. We know that, right? So the hacker going to use this three-way handshake method, and he will try to hack your firewall. Okay, he will just do a not hack, kind of a TCP SYN floor attack. They will DOS attack. So this is your hacker. What it does, your hacker will send a one SYN packet. Okay, SYN packet. So guys, when hacker send a SYN packet, okay, so what my firewall will does, firewall will reply to SYN ACK, right? Okay, SYN ACK, and firewall will open one session for this. Open one session, and my firewall will start waiting for acknowledgement, third packet from the hacker PC, right? My firewall will start waiting for the third packet, and he will keep the session open. My firewall will keep the session open till the hacker will send the third packet. But what would happen? The hacker not going to send the third packet. Got it? Hacker not going to send the third packet. So my firewall would maintain the session till the TCP timeout. We know that the TCP timeout is a 1 hour round, right? So it will keep maintain the session till the timeout. Okay, it will keep waiting for the third packet, and hacker is not going to send the third packet. Okay, he's using such kind of software. So then again, the similar kind of stuff, hacker going to send a lakhs and lakhs of SYN packet, lakhs and lakhs of SYN packet. So what my firewall will do is, my firewall will reply to the SYN packet and start and maintaining the one session for that. All 1 lakh packet, more than 1 lakh or 10 lakhs packet, whatever the hacker will send, in the same time, in the meantime, in the 1 second, even in the 1 minute, on the same time, hacker send lakhs and lakhs of SYN packet to my firewalls, and firewalls respond with the SYN ACK and maintain the session for that. Open a session, okay, and waiting for the third packet. But hacker not going to send the third packet. What would happen? My firewall has a capacity of holding a 1 lakh session per second. All 1 lakh sessions already going to be established. Okay, there is a no free session. There is a no free session. All sessions going to be occupied by the hacker. So if suppose meanwhile, if any legitimate user came, it's a legitimate user, office employee, he want to access the firewall, what would happen? Did he able to get the access of the firewall? All the sessions are already occupied. Okay, so if any legitimate user would try to get the access of the firewall, firewall will not respond, because there is no any free session, or there is a no available session. Actually, there is a no available session to reply. There is a no available session, right? So that legitimate user won't able to get the access. That is called DOS attack. That legitimate user not going to get the access of the device. So that is called, what kind of packet this hacker send? It send a TCP SYN. It send a SYN packet. So this is it send a SYN packet in a flood way, flooding with the SYN packet. That's why this attack called TCP SYN flood attack. With the help of TCP SYN flood attack, hacker hack this, not hack actually, but it is make my firewall as a DOS attack. It is it make my firewall not available for the service for a few minutes or for a few hours, whatever. For that particular hour or minute, whatever the timeout of this TCP SYN packet, that firewall will not available for any legitimate user access. That is not available due to this TCP SYN flood attack. That kind of attack is called DOS. So one example of TCP SYN flood attack. Okay, so this is called a DOS attack. Okay, this is the one example. So how we can remediate it, right? Like if any hacker do such kind of stuff with my firewalls, how we can protect it? What we can do in this scene, if you take the example of this session only, the example of this scenario only, how we can protect our firewalls from the hacker? We can do multiple things we can do, but the number one thing we can do, what is limiting the session? It means like my firewall has as I said, 1 lakh session per second. My firewall has a capacity for, in 1 second, it can support for 1 lakh session, right? Suppose, okay, that's the capacity of a firewall. So we will make a one kind of limitation that any kind of, it's a hacker or it's a legitimate user, whatever the traffic, if my firewall will get around 80% of traffic or 90% of whatever you need to provide, like 90%. If my firewall would occupied with a 90% of session, that what it is going to do? My firewall will start closing the session. My firewall will start closing the session. Automatically, it will start closing the session. Okay, in a two-way, either randomly. What's the meaning of random, guys? It will randomly means any session. It's going to be close any session. Firewall start closing the session either randomly. Randomly means what, guys? It will close either it's a new session, either it's a old session. It is going to be closed randomly, or either the second option, either it will start closing or new session. It's all depend, right? So that's how what would happen if my firewall would occupy with 90% of the sessions. Then my firewall will start closing some random session. Till then, how long it will close? It will close till then it will free to 60%. That's we need to define. Like once it reaches to the 60% of a threshold, then okay, that's fine. Till then, so if it reaches to the 90%, then it will start closing the old session or a random session till it will reach to the 60% of a occupation. Okay, when it reaches to the 60%, then it will stop closing it. Okay, so that's how we can configure a limit of a session in the firewalls. So if any hacker try to do a TCP SYN attack, that's how this configuration is going to save my firewall from the DOS attack. So let's see. So come to the firewall. Okay. So in the firewall, go to the objects, and in the objects, go to the security profile, and there is a DOS protection. Okay, just click on it. In the DOS protection, there's nothing kind of a default, nothing is configured. Okay. So what we are gonna do, type on add and create any profile like DOS profile. Okay. Okay. So there's a two method, guys, aggregate and classified.